Hello everyone and welcome to the channel. It's always a treat to see small language models popping up with good quality. I already have covered previous versions of these small LMs on the channel, and in this video I'm going to show you yet another small LM family released just a few hours ago. I will be covering this small LM just 135 million parameter model in the Instruct following mode, and we will be installing it locally and then we will see how it plays out. Before I show you the installation, let me first thank Best Compute who are sponsoring the VM and GPU for this video. If you are looking to rent a GPU on good prices, I will drop the link to their website in video's description. Plus, I'm also going to give you a coupon code of 50% discount on a range of GPUs. Now, the story behind this small LM is also quite interesting, which has been shared by its creator Thomas Wolf on Twitter. So, just to summarize, the journey to create small LM began when Lubna and Anton, who are the leads of Big Code and Star Coder projects in his organization, explored creating a large synthetic dataset after being impressed by the Microsoft's 5.1 and 5.1.5 model. And I really again have to give credit to Microsoft for creating these five models. They are by far one of the best type or maybe the top most small language models out there at the moment. They also released Cosmopedia 1, which is a 25 billion synthetically created dataset, but performance was short of 5.1 and 5.1.5. That is where these creators made quite a lot of breakthroughs. For example, focusing the target audience on middle school level content improved performance on many benchmarks. Using prompt engineering techniques to filter a large chunk of web and code data led to higher performances, passing 5.1.5 on most benchmarks. Also, they discovered that heavily filtering the web and code data is more effective than synthetic data. Plus, synthetic data is useful for domain specific parts where data is lacking. The training techniques discoveries were also quite insightful. For example, they found out that training for longer periods, ignoring traditional wisdom, is quite effective. And then they also annealed the data, keeping high quality training data for the last part of the training. And then this model 135 million and 360 million parameter model were formed, which are 1000 times smaller than frontier models like llama 3.1 405 billion. But still, these small models are showing amazing performances on various benchmarks, beating all less than 500 million models and even some larger models, and that information is present in their model card, and I will drop the link to it in video's description. Still lot of work to be done. For example, they are looking to do alignment and benchmark to improve performance on complex question. Fine tuning is also there to be done for the future usage on your own custom data. Plus, they also are looking to exploit the potential of small models for local, private, and energy efficient applications. So, all in all, pretty rosy picture at the moment. So let's try to get it installed on our local system and then see how it works. So you can see that I am using this Ubuntu 22.04, and let me also quickly show you my GPU card, which is NVIDIA RTX 6000 with 48 GB of VRAM. Now it's a very small model. You can even run it on CPU, on the edge devices, mobile devices. Sky is the limit there. Okay, so let me create a Conda environment to keep everything separate. Let's wait for it to install. Shouldn't take too long now. And that is activated. Let's install the prerequisites like PyTorch and upgraded version of transformers. All the prerequisites are done. And now let me launch my Jupyter notebook and then we will do rest of it there. Let's wait for it to get launched in the browser. And the Jupyter notebook is launched. Let me first import the libraries which we have installed, and then also let's specify the model. So let's wait for it to initialize. That is done. And now let's download our model and its tokenizers. And you can see that the model is very small, just 269 meg. That's it. And within less than a blink of eye, it has downloaded it. And let's try to do some inference now. Okay, in this case, you can see that I am asking it that how many R's are there in the word strawberry. Let's pass the input text to the tokenizer. That is done. And now let's ask the tokenizer to encode it into numerical representation and then pass it on to the model to generate the output, and then we are going to decode it and display it back the response of the model. So the first question, now the model is not really answering what I have asked, but it has gone into what strawberry is. So that is pretty interesting. And remember, this is just a very, very small model, and my question is very hard. Okay, so instead of this, let's try another one. I'll go easy on the model then. So I'm asking it, what is the smallest country in the world? Let's see what model does here. Okay, so you see, model has responded, and I think the response is quite good, and it has given me the smallest country in terms of people. But one thing is that it is also talking about some other countries like Somalia, which is not required. So I think we also need to control these parameters a bit to make sure that it doesn't just go into the other uh, options. Just it needs to stick with the response. So that is why I just removed that nucleus sampling, the top P, and you see that the response has improved a lot. In terms of it is just talking about the smallest country, and now I believe this answer is much correct. Vatican City, with just respect to the size, and then it is telling us about what exactly is Vatican City is all about. So there is less hallucination here, and the response is quite good. Okay, let's try to ask another question. Okay, sorry, just need to. I'm just going to remove these codes from here, and should be better. So I'm asking it, who painted the famous artwork, the Mona Lisa? Let's wait for it. And there you go. The response is perfectly fine. The Mona Lisa, also known as La Gioconda, is one of the famous painting, and Leonardo da Vinci. That is good. Okay, so let's try to see around its maths capability. So I'm just giving it an equation. Let's see what it does. So it has given us a Python code to solve this issue. There you go. I don't think so. The maths capabilities are that good. Nope. Okay. Let's try to ask it a coding question then. English is good, math is a bit odd. So the coding question, I'm asking it create a JavaScript function that checks if a number is even or odd. So it has created the JavaScript function, but sorry, not. I have asked it to create a JavaScript, but it has given me a Python function, and which looks good to me. And it has also given us a synopsis, so I think it doesn't know about Java, only Python. Okay, that is fine. Let's try out one last one. So in this one, I'm asking it a logical question that a bat and a ball together cost $1.10. The bat cost $1 more than the ball. How much does the ball cost? Let's see if it has got any reasoning and logic within it. So it has tried to do some chain of thought here, and I don't think so it has gotten it right. Maybe I'll just increase the context length to see to print the full response here, but I don't think so it got it right. Let's see. Yeah, you can see that it has gone into the loop, and it is unable to do the um, this logical reasoning here with this classical puzzle. But anyway, I believe that as long as you have simple requirements with simple English and that sort of stuff, or maybe here and there some small Python code, this model should work fine. And remember, this model is only 135 million parameters. That's it. So let's cut this model a slack. But other than that, I think this is quite good. Like these are the fingernail models which we can just use for very basic purposes, which is good. Maybe some for kids education or maybe for some edge devices. Anyway, that's it. I will drop the link to it in video's description. Let me know what do you think. If you like the content, please consider subscribing to the channel. If you are already subscribed, please share it among your network as it helps a lot. Thanks for watching.